Tonight on Eagle Angle, we recognize a former OC alumni running for the House of Representatives.
And see a moment of grace for the family of Botham John.
And pay our respects for a recently deceased faculty member at OC. All this and more tonight on Eagle Angle.
Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle. I'm Elijah Johnson.
I'm Reagan Meyer. Eagle Angle is a student-produced newscast live from the campus of Oklahoma Christian University.
An Oklahoma Christian alumni is making waves in the state of politics. Becca Kashork has the full details.
Well, you may know Jose Cruz as the most recent campaigner of the Oklahoma State House of Representatives. But just 8 years ago, he was a student news anchor and reporter right here in this studio for Eagle Angle. Cruz was a part of Oklahoma Christian's 2012 graduating class, and he spent most of his time right here in Eagle Media, helping us out with projects like Eagle Angle. He was the first member of his family to graduate from college and later attended the Oklahoma City University School of Law, passing his bar exam in July of 2019. Now he's looking to become one of the few acting Latin American members of the Oklahoma State House of Representatives. Cruz is running on a platform of representing the underprivileged in the community, attacking low base salaries in order to help families combat high living costs. Well, current members of Eagle Media are proud of Cruz for taking this opportunity and wish him the best of luck on his campaign. Reporting in the studio for Eagle Angle, I'm Becca Kashork.
Our community is grieving the loss of Mickey Cohen, an accounting professor at OC. He passed away on Saturday, October 5th after battling pancreatic cancer. He was 72 years old. Dr. Cohen started working at OC in August of 2000 and has remained on staff until this past August when he took a leave of absence for his health. Cohen is survived by his wife of 51 years, his son, and 3 grandchildren. He will be deeply missed.
The annual Homecoming Alumni Banquet is coming up, and it's time to purchase tickets. The banquet is November 1st at 5:30 p.m. in the Gaylord University Center. All alumni, faculty, staff, friends, and students are invited. Tickets are $25 each and 2 tickets for $40. Tables of 8 can be purchased for $160. Purchase or reserve tickets at oc.edu/homecoming.
It's finally fall, a time of cooler weather, pumpkin carving, apple cider, and FAFSA. FAFSA for the 2020 through 2021 school year became available to fill out starting October 1st. For this FAFSA, you will use the 2018 tax return, so there is no waiting for your taxes to be completed before filing. FAFSA also now has a mobile app. It's called My Student Aid and is available on the Google Play and Apple App Store. Make sure to fill out your FAFSA as soon as possible and no later than December 1st.
Outreach, OC Student Missions Organization, is inviting the student body to Brazil Night. Come and enjoy some Brazilian food and culture on the 3rd floor of the library next Monday night at 7. A Q&A panel of students and faculty will be there to answer any questions you may have on possible mission trips. For more information, contact Blake Mayfield at m.mayfield@eagles.oc.edu.
If you have any stories that you want us to report on, send our news producer an email at becca.kashork@eagles.oc.edu. Now for our national news. Just over a year ago, our Christian community was shook when Botham John, a former student of Harding University, was shot and killed in his apartment by a Dallas police officer. This week, the officer was convicted of murder and sentenced to 10 years in prison. But it's the moment of forgiveness and love between Botham's little brother and his killer that has the nation moved. CNN's Ed Lavandera has the story.
We, the jury, find unanimously that the defendant did not cause the death of Botham John while under the immediate influence of sudden passion arising from an adequate cause, and assess the defendant's punishment at 10 years imprisonment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
The words left Botham Jean's family appearing dismayed and shocked. Amber Geiger sentenced to 10 years in prison. She'll be eligible for parole in 5 years at just the age of 36.
No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! No.
Outside the courtroom, the sentence angered protesters, sparking chants.
The police department around the country has done to our people. This is not a joke. This is our lives.
But at the same time, inside the courtroom, a dramatic scene was unfolding.
I forgive you.
Botham Jean's 18-year-old brother, Brant, spoke directly to the former Dallas police officer who killed his brother. He told Geiger that he didn't want to see her rot in prison and that he had one request before she was taken to her jail cell.
I love you as a person, and I don't wish anything bad on you. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
Geiger's attorney called it humbling and the most amazing moment he had ever seen in a courtroom. The emotion lingered long after the case ended. Judge Tammy Kemp hugged Botham Jean's family and in a rare move also hugged Amber Geiger, the convicted murderer, and gave her a Bible.
I got 3 or 4 more at home. This is the one I use every day before I go to work. This is your job for the next month.
I'm proud of you, young man.
Allison Jean, Botham's mother, shared her hope for how Amber Geiger spends her years in prison.
That 10 years in prison is 10 years for her reflection and for her to change her life. If Amber Geiger was trained not to shoot in the heart, my son would be standing here today. He was no threat to her. He had no reason to pose a threat to her because he was in his own apartment, in his sanctuary.
The Supreme Court is back in session as of Monday, and there's several high-profile issues on the docket. CNN's John Larink has more.
The highest court in the nation has a number of high-profile cases on hand.
They'll be talking about gun rights and LGBT rights, abortion and immigration.
This will all happen as an impeachment investigation into President Trump takes place across the street in the Capitol building.
All eyes will be on Chief Justice John Roberts. He's been trying to keep the court out of the political fray, but many of these cases will come down as the election gears up.
And political tensions are already flaring. Dozens of protesters appeared outside Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's house Sunday, the anniversary of Justice Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation, calling for him to be removed.
They are fearful that Brett Kavanaugh, who took the seat of Anthony Kennedy, is going to move the court to the right on some of those issues.
Republican presidents have nominated 5 to the Supreme Court, including Justice Neil Gorsuch.
Our job is just to make sure the law that we, the people, have enacted through our Constitution or through our democratic processes, everyone gets the benefit of that law.
The remaining 4 were nominated by Democratic presidents, including Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I love my job. It's the best and the hardest job that I have ever had.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Climate change activists have organized a series of protests to block busy bridges to traffic across Canada. We go to CNN's Heather Wright.
Rise up! Rise up!
From coast to coast,
people need to wake up.
And around the world.
We don't want to be here. We don't want to disrupt people's lives.
Protesters shut down bridges and block traffic. Part of a day of action organized by Extinction Rebellion, a group using disruption to deliver their message about climate change.
We're approaching a point here where if we don't start making drastic changes, it's going to be hundreds of millions of lives lost.
Organizers of the Extinction Rebellion say they're shutting down bridges and roadways as a way of escalating their protests. They hope that by disrupting everyday life, governments will move more quickly when it comes to addressing climate change.
We've tried emails, we've tried nice petitions, we've tried general protests, but it hasn't worked. Emissions have gone up.
But some question whether this tactic will work. Frustrated drivers.
Okay, we'll let one lane through so we can go to work. Yeah, man. Let one lane.
The political system should make changes in this. It's not up to me to do it.
They're not doing it. Sitting idle in their cars.
I understand climate change and everything, but we're all sitting here with our cars idling and the emissions are going.
With no plans to move, most protests were broken up by police.
This is where I draw my line in the sand.
Martin Moat says getting this message out there is worth getting arrested.
My heart is racing a little bit, but I think we've had enough.
In 60 cities, the message was the same.
Power! Power! People! People!
And demonstrators say these protests will continue until that message is heard. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
That's it for your national news. Join us after the break for your full weather forecast.
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
She knows this monkey? Of course she knows this monkey.
Experience nature.
Let's go.
Connect with family.
How's you guys?
And find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Wow, guys, I can't believe it's almost fall break already.
I know, no school, hanging out with friends.
But until we get there, there's some nice weather to look forward to. Let's see what's in store. Currently, it's 81 degrees, though it may feel a little bit warmer, up at 83 degrees. As we take a look at the map tonight, we have a nice spread of temperatures from Guyman all the way over to Miami. Guyman, 90 degrees. Don't let that temperature fool you, though. On Thursday night, going in effect from 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. is a freeze warning. Once again, Guyman, Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 10 a.m., there's a freeze warning. As we move to the lower portion of Oklahoma, 88 degrees in Altus. Nice spread, 85 in Elk City, Lawton, and over in Durant. A little bit cooler as we move to OKC, 83 degrees, and in Ardmore, 82. Ada, it's 80 degrees. Bringing in the 70-degree weather, we have Sallisaw and Ponca City, 77 and 74 degrees respectively. And Tulsa, 69 degrees. Miami, a nice cool 65. As we take a look at the weather tonight, here are some things to expect. 70-degree weather, nice night. However, watch out for some strong wind coming in from the south, 19 to 26 miles an hour. The humidity is going to be a little bit high, up at 75% tonight. For this weekend, great news. It's going to be sunny all weekend, no chance of rain, so a perfect time to go out, hang with friends, and play some games outside. Over the next 5 days, here are some things to expect. Thursday evening, some thunderstorms, high of 82, low of 70. Friday, it's going to be a lot cooler, 56 degrees with a low down in the 30s. Saturday, 66 with a low, 20 degrees cooler of 46. Sunday, 74, sunny with a low of 53. Monday is just going to be a little bit warmer, 80 degrees with a low of 56. That's your full weather forecast. Stay with us after this break, and we'll give you a full scoop on this week's entertainment.
Retirement? I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the Entertainment Corner. I'm your host, Nick Rogers. It has been a whirlwind in the YouTube community this past week, including insane content and announcements. To start off, Shane Dawson released this first 2 episodes of his long-awaited documentary-style series, The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. The series pulls back the curtain on the beauty community's biggest name, Jeffree Star, and his lavish life, and takes the audience behind the scenes on what goes into creating a product from start to finish. Dawson and his cameraman and co-editor Andrew Swiecki has been filming and interviewing Jeffree Star for almost a year. The first episode, called The Beautiful Life of Jeffree Star, shows what leads up to one of his meet and greets and helps launching a new product at the Morphe store. In the second episode, The Secrets of the Beauty World, is an in-depth look into the brainstorming process of creating a palette and new makeup. And Jeffree teams up with Shane Dawson to create a Shane Dawson-inspired makeup line. The episode also reveals what goes behind closed doors in creating a product, how much it costs, and how much profit makeup companies make. Dawson announced the third episode comes out this week, but has not set a specific date. YouTubers Ethan and Grayson Dolan, known as the Dolan Twins, open up about how they are not going to be uploading weekly videos anymore. The Dolan Twins reached out to Shane Dawson for help in an hour-long sit-down video where they got candid about creator burnout and the pressure the 19-year-olds have felt. They get personal as they discuss how they have been coached since they were 14 years old on creating a brand and how hard that has been for them, and they feel like they have lost themselves. The twins also discuss losing their father just 9 months ago and how they have been too busy to even fully process their grief and numbered their feelings to continue working. Despite the announcement, fans are happy they are not quitting YouTube altogether, just slowing down their schedule. Tyler Perry made history on Saturday as he opened the doors to Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. The historic studio sprawls over 330 acres and has 12 sound stages. Perry discussed the significance of the location, about how it was once a Confederate Army base and is now a huge studio owned by an African American. The 12 sound stages named after Black Hollywood icons include Diana Carroll, Denzel Washington, Oprah Winfrey, Halle Berry, Sidney Poitier, Della Reese, Spike Lee, Harry Belafonte, Cicely Tyson, Whoopi Goldberg, and Will Smith. The gala brought in huge guests from Hollywood, including directors Spike Lee and Ava DuVernay, as well as Beyonce, Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, and Samuel L. Jackson. Oprah Winfrey on the purple carpet of the studio gala said, "He didn't wait for Hollywood. He didn't wait for anybody to tell him how to do it. He did it his way." Congratulations, Tyler, on this historic movement. That's it for your entertainment news this week. If you want to know more about what goes on behind the scenes, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at OC Eagle Media. Now we go back to Desk for Sports.
Thank you, Nick. This is your Eagle Angle Sports Report, and I'm Jenny Rigney. Oklahoma Christian's Lady Eagles soccer team had 2 games at home this past week, and the first game was on Thursday when they took on St. Edwards. St. Edwards struck first in the 15th minute, but Oklahoma Christian's Natalie Thomas scored her first goal of the season to help knot up the score 3 minutes later. The Lady Hilltoppers would then go on to score 3 unanswered goals and come away with a 4-1 win over the Lady Eagles. Then on Saturday, the Lady Eagles took on the Lady Rams of Angelo State. Angelo State took the lead quickly, scoring in the 6th minute and then adding on to that lead in the 59th minute, where they would come away with a 2-1 win over the Lady Eagles. The Lady Eagles record is now 0-9 on the season and 0-4 in conference play. The Lady Eagles will be on the road twice this week when they play Texas A&M International tomorrow, then go to St. Mary's on Saturday. And as for the men, they traveled to Lubbock Christian this past Saturday. Lubbock Christian struck first, scoring in the 11th minute, but Oklahoma Christian would strike back in the 54th minute when Diego Vasquez scored on a penalty kick. Lubbock Christian would, however, take back the lead in overtime and come away with the win over the Eagles. Oklahoma Christian will play here at home this coming Saturday when they take on Texas Tyler. Kickoff is set for 2:30 p.m. Both Oklahoma Christian's men and women's cross-country teams participated in the Chili Pepper Festival in Fayetteville, Arkansas. For the men's team, 5 runners posted a personal best time in the 8,000-meter race. In the 657-runner field, junior Caleb Bozarth led the Eagles, finished 107th overall with a time of 25 minutes, 37.7 seconds, beating his previous personal best by more than 41 seconds. And rounding out the rest of the OC's top 7 runners were freshman Owen Pierce, finishing 118th, and freshman Ethan Anthony finished 142nd, junior Colton Myers 172nd, senior Kelton Reynolds 197th, and senior Jake Weath with 223rd, and sophomore Nick Perzik, who was 226th. Out of the 71 teams, OC posted a team score of 644 points, which was good for a 27th place finish. And for the women's cross-country team, OC posted a team score of 323, which was good enough for a 12th place finish out of 41 teams. The competition is made up of NCAA Division 1, 2, and 3 runners, as well as NAIA and junior college teams, and had 68 teams in total and 617 runners competing on Saturday. Senior Kelsey Castillo ran her personal best time in the 5,000-meter race, finished in 12th place with a time of 18 minutes, 33.6 seconds, beating her previous personal best by 50 seconds. Sophomore Kenya Bailey placed 20th overall, freshman Sarah Lindero finished 97th, freshman Emily Jimenez placed 106th, and sophomore Peyton Dusing finished 117th. OC's next race is this Saturday in the South Central Regional Preview in Canyon, Texas, where the South Central Regional Championship will take place November 9th. One of OC's newest sports, Ultimate, competed this Sunday in the Just Plain Nasty Ultimate Tournament, which was hosted by Oklahoma Christian University. OC finished 15th out of 15 teams this weekend after falling in two Division I teams. Tulsa, who topped the Eagles 15-4, and then the Air Force Academy B team beat the Eagles 15-9. The Eagles were 0-6 on the weekend, but 5 of the 6 teams the first-year Eagle team competed against are all ranked in the top 150 collegiate ranks. Sophomore Tyler Ogletree led the Eagles offensively, scoring 5 goals. Freshman Kevin Van Roosmalen, junior Nathaniel Nix, and Zachary Taylor all had 2 goals each. Junior Ben Helm had a big day defensively for OC, recording 5 Ds apiece. The Eagles' next outing will be October 26th and 27th at the Harvest Moon Tournament in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And that's all I have for sports, and we'll be right back after this break.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
A Texas mother is grateful to the cheerleader in a homecoming parade who saved her son as he started to choke. Take a look at this.
On the cheer squad, senior Tyra Winters knows how to command the room. But during the Rockwall High School homecoming parade, it was Tyra who gave her full attention to a family in the crowd.
I see the kid, I see a little bright red face, and his mom's holding him up, begging for help, screaming, asking, someone help me, someone help me.
From the parade float, she zeroed in.
My very, very first thought was like, oh my God, I gotta help this child.
That child, 2-year-old Clark, choking on a piece of candy.
I was sitting right next to him, and I just happened to look over, and there was no noise, there was no coughing, there was no breathing.
His mom, Nicole Hornback, trying in vain to help him.
And at that moment, that's when I tried to give him the Heimlich, and I've never taken a class. To feel so useless as a mother was the most terrifying thing in my life.
But from atop that float, Tyra saw it all.
And her kid's turning purple, so I immediately jumped off the float. I ran down to the kiddo, and I was like, I got it, and I just grabbed him from the mom. I grabbed him, I tilted him upside down, and I just hit a good 3 back thrusts.
And just like that, little Clark was breathing again.
She saved my baby.
Today,
how are you? I'm good, how are you?
The hero was reunited with Clark and his mom.
Of course.
Tyra learned the life-saving skills in 8th grade. Her mom is in the medical field.
She taught me back thrust, which works better on the little ones, you know, around 20, 30, 40 pounds.
I commend her for being a teenager and being trained.
And this family is forever grateful that Tyra knew just what to do.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
And you're going to do great things in life.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for watching Eagle Angle, where it's your campus,
Your news.